It's X game, you know, I'm about to fucking bang, you know what I'm saying? Now listen, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. That's 1. 2, this is day 6. 3, onto the video. Listen, we're gonna talk about Deepwoken progression and why it's still so fucking mid. Deepwoken has always had the worst progression. They've had this progression problem since the start of Deepwoken. The XP back then was so terrible. The luck game was horrible because everyone was bad at PvP and wasn't trying to kill for luck. And there wasn't really, like, there was a bunch to do, don't get me wrong, but it was just so tedious. The best builds were literally just builds that were level 60. It was impossible to make a current, as the current builds we have right now, those builds are impossible in old Deepwoken. A few months later, they released Trial of 1, which they had to rework like 7 fucking times in order to get it to the point where it is. But at the time, the luck game was still dog shit. The XP was better. You can hit level 60 quicker, but the luck game was still dog shit. People didn't want to play anymore because fucking the luck game was so bad. They had Chime, which made it awesome, but Chime PvP was so tedious because at the time, Exoskeleton was running Chime. They nerfed Exoskeleton. Chime is still repetitive and boring now that everyone's so fucking good at the game. So it just made people who weren't good at PvP have the worst builds, which means they couldn't get better at PvP. Now, as of now, they changed the luck, so mobs give luck, any boss gives max luck, and things like that. But it just made the game is just now boring. Like, there's just a lack of like progression, you feel what I'm saying? They haven't added a new boss in fucking months. The best they have done, they haven't added a new boss since the fucking drop of Deepwoken. The best they have done is rework like Duke, not that, like rework Duke and then add a couple moves to Permanon. But even then, both of those bosses are still mad boring. They don't even like Ferryman. They don't touch Ferryman. They don't touch fucking big giant dragon boy Kaido. And I don't even know what the 5th boss is. I thought there was 5 bosses. I think there is, but I don't even know what the other bosses are. I think we only have 4 unless you want to count Widow. But Widow is just a terrible fight. It's just a stat check. His moves are impossible to parry. But anyways, like, it's so bad. It's the main reason why people quit the game. Of course, people quit the game because of the lack of content, the lack of updates. Even though they update weekly, there's still a lack of content updates. The PvP is so brainless. That was good. But I feel like the main reason why people really quit Deepwoken is because the XP gain and luck gain was so horrible. And then once they reworked it, now everyone has a really good build. There's no point to progress. If you can't progress to fight bosses, they're so boring. And don't even get me started on farming for Bell. Farming for Bell back then was horrible. You had to do 20 fucking billion Primanons, 30 fucking thousand Dukes. Nowadays, you just gotta do like 10 Dukes, and you already do that when you're trying to progress, and you get your Bell every single time. I'm telling you, every time I make a new Bell, I get a new Bell. Every build I make, I have a Bell for. Cause it's just so easy to get Bell. It's like Bell was supposed to be exclusive, but ever since the fucking changes they make and how easy it is to solo bosses, Bells are just something that everybody has that don't even feel cool. Same with enchants. Enchants were so fun. Where enchants were like so cool because nigga, it actually was part of progression. You had to grind for those enchants. Nowadays, you just get 3 armor enchants and you get a new weapon enchant that's 3-star and is meta. I hated that change. I used to never get enchants. That's the crazy part. I used to never get weapon enchants. But like, I miss me never getting weapon enchants and everyone having a weapon enchant because it just made the game even more boring. Because like, what's the point of grinding? When you play Deepwoken, let's say you're a PvE main. What do, right? You get a Bell, you hit max level, and you get an enchant. They made all 3 of those things easy to do, so what else is there to do? The best thing that you can do in Deepwoken as of right now is to get a legendary weapon, Curve Blade or Crit Blade. That's the best you can do. But even then, it's like, what's the point? So once you get those 2, just quit the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, Yeah, but that's all I gotta say. If you're new to the channel, of course, subscribe, like, follow me on Twitter, join my Discord, links in the description, and that's X Gamer signing out.